every animal, no matter how big or how small or how wild or how domesticated, just wants to be alive and simply wants to be happy. I loved animals, but I also loved hamburgers. It's like there was a wall built in the middle of my brain, and this side of the wall loved animals with their decency and their kindness, and this side of the wall loved eating animals. And then one day when I was 19 years old, I was sitting on the steps of my mom's house with Tucker, and I looked at Tucker, and I saw this perfectly formed being. This individual with 2 eyes and a central nervous system. And all of a sudden, that phrenological wall in my head disappeared. And I realized that just as Tucker had 2 eyes and a central nervous system and a rich emotional life, I mean, he had personality, he was funny, he was idiosyncratic, and he had this deep desire to avoid pain and suffering and to be alive and to be happy. And I realized every creature with 2 eyes and a central nervous system was like Tucker, that just wanted to avoid pain and suffering and wanted to be happy. So in that moment, I left behind hamburgers, hot dogs, etc., and I became a vegan and an animal activist. And that was 35 years ago. So I've been a vegan animal activist ever since then. And it's the most important part of my life. And honestly, being an animal activist can be really hard because every year, 100 billion, over 100 billion animals are killed by and for humans. But on the other hand, being an animal activist is kind of easy because all I have to do is remind people of what they already know and remind people of what they already feel. Because I assume everyone here, except for the sociopaths, has had that experience of like bonding with a cat or bonding with a dog and feeling that heart-expanding love. And of course, I mean, as I've been doing this for a long time, I've learned many things that have sort of reinforced my animal activism. The fact that animal agriculture is the second leading cause of climate change, that 75% of antibiotic resistance, the plague that awaits us all, is a result of animal agriculture, because the animals on factory farms are treated so badly and they're so sick, the only thing keeping them alive are megadoses of antibiotics. The fact that 90% of rainforest deforestation is attributable to animal agriculture. 50% of ocean acidification comes from animal agriculture. So all these facts sort of strengthen and buttress my activism. But at the end of the day, what sustains me as an activist is love. The unconditional love I have for all animals. I think it's the best part of who we are. You know, the part of humanity that wants to protect the innocent and defend the vulnerable. That's the best of humanity, not the part that puts animals in factory farms. Thank you very much.